What up, everybody? It's your boy Asian, and we're back once again. Another college football week is upon us. Yes, we are already at week 12, and for most teams, they have 2 games remaining. Yes, we are at week 12, man. It's the second to last week for most teams, like I said, and after next week will be championship weekend. So we get down to the nitty gritty. College football playoff 4 is almost here, man. It's crazy. This has been a season that's gone by fast, man. But let's get into it, man. Let's give you guys his picks and give you guys what you want. Last week, 10 games, 7-3, not too bad. Boston College cooked me at the minute of that Saturday, getting destroyed by Virginia Tech, a Virginia Tech team who's played a lot better towards the end of this season. I thought Thomas Castellanos would be able to overcome thing, but he wasn't able to. And Kansas falls to Texas Tech. Kansas done this the last couple of years, get good, and then lose some of these late games. I know Jason Bean got hurt. Jalen Daniels is out. I don't even know who the third string quarterback is right now, but they lose to Texas Tech, and then Oregon wins but doesn't cover for me. They were dominating that game. The first 2 pass completions were touchdowns by Oregon, but USC didn't look much better on defense, even with the departure of Alex Grinch. But that's okay. Like I said, 7-3, 62-20 overall. I'll take that. And so let's get it started. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry, guys. I called that UCF game at home against Oklahoma State was the right time, and the Missouri straight slaughtered Tennessee when everybody was on an overrated Tennessee team and Joe Milton and Josh Heupel and company. Cody Schrader ran for over 200 yards, and I didn't expect Missouri to run the ball like that, but they got the win, like I picked correctly. Now, let's start this college slate off this week. At noon, number 3 Michigan 10-0 travels to 6-4 Maryland. Maryland's not been playing well as of late. Ever since that Ohio State loss, they've been up and down bye weeks. I mean, I think they played well, but they go and lose a heartbreaker at Illinois. Then go and lose to Northwestern. They just beat Nebraska on the road 13-10 as the buzzer expired. But giving Michigan, I think Michigan will win this game. I'm gonna say Maryland covers, but Michigan dominates. If Michigan blows them out, we'll be surprised. We know with all the scrutiny going on right now with the Jim Harbaugh thing and company, but this team is a player-led team, and I believe they'll be able to conquer. They'll get to 11-0 and get ready for that big one next week, the game of at home versus Ohio State. So give me Michigan. All right, next game. Number 10 Louisville, 9-1 right now. Yes, they had a bad loss to Pitt. Travel to Miami Hurricanes, who are 9-4 and struggling right now. Louisville's -1. Give me Miami. This spread does not look right. This is super fishy. Louisville's going on the road. If Louisville was that much better, they would be more than that. This is a spot for Miami to get right and try to end the season right. Tyler Van Dyke hasn't played this great, but I think he'll play phenomenal tomorrow. And Jack Plummer, Louisville quarterback, is not a very mobile guy, so Miami will get some pressure on him and get him out of there, and Louisville will be on upset alert again. And it will hurt the ACC chances, especially Florida State's going to need to dominate in order for the ACC to look good. But it's been up and down. I was disappointed at North Carolina team. They could have been better. All right, let's move over to the AAC. SMU 8-2 travels to Memphis to take on the 8-2 Memphis Tigers. SMU is -8.5. Give me SMU. Offense is phenomenal. They're 7th in the country points per game at 40.5. Also, their defense is 9th in points per game allowed at 16.4. And they're undefeated. The only other 2 undefeated teams in the conference, that STEM, Tulane, and UTSA. So I believe they need to win out to try to get to this conference title game in the AAC. Memphis defense is horrible. 28.9 points per game allowed. That's 97th in the nation. And they also allow over 416.3 yards a game. That's 112th in the nation. I believe SMU and Preston Stone will be able to take advantage of that. But I believe this will be a shootout. Second again, Memphis' quarterback is not a bad guy. He's got a 22-8 touchdown ratio. I believe this will be a shootout, and SMU will get the job done in a close one. Maybe 45-42. All right, here we go. Going to the Sun Belt, baby. It's a very underrated conference in college football. 6-4 Appalachian State travels to James Madison to take on the JMU Dukes. The Dukes are undefeated at 10-0. They're -9.5. Yes, and as we all know about the controversy, this is their second year in transition into FCS. Out of FBS, the waiver got denied once again, so they won't be eligible for the Sun Belt title game. They can't be ranked in the top 25, which I think is ludicrous. I don't care what anybody says. This is by far the best team in the conference. It is crazy that they've been able to transition so fast, so good, man. They're led by Jordan McLeod, Reggie Brown, Jalen Green, the defensive end, like I said, was leading the country in sacks, although it's not technically registered. But this team is playing excellent. I continue them to be motivated and to stay undefeated and finish the regular season. There's a chance, though, they can play in the bowl game if not enough teams are eligible, and as is sitting on track right now, they might be. But I just think it's sad that NCAA can't make an exception in this case for this team who's been dominant their first 2 years in the FCS in their conference at that. But give me the Dukes, man. Continue to roll. All right, a few more games left, guys. Number 1, Georgia, yes, finally moved back into that one slot of Ohio State this past week in the CFB rankings. Number 1, Georgia, 10-0, minus 9.5. Travel to number 18 Tennessee Volunteers, sitting at 7-3. I don't even know how Tennessee's ranked 18th right now. If you ask me, I think they should be unranked, but they're sitting at 7-3. Georgia travels to Neyland Stadium. Georgia, like I said, I think Georgia's gonna roll this game out. They're starting to hit that gas on the cart, man, and no stopping, man. This passing offense has been remarkable. Carson Beck is a low-key sleeper Heisman candidate. I don't think he'll win it, but he could talk about him being in the discussion. The aerial assault has been good. The ground game's been okay with Dewan Edwards and Kendall Milton's coming on, but Ladd McConkey, Brock Bowers back. Rosemary has been good. You got Oscar Dubb, the second-string tight end. Love it. Raul Thomas. I could keep going down. The offensive line's good. I think Georgia's gonna roll, and they're gonna get ready for last game the next week, and then get ready for that SEC championship game and continue to roll at number 1. So give me the Dogs. All right, again, we're gonna go to number 20 North Carolina Tar Heels, 8-2, travel to the Clemson, South Carolina, take on the 6-4 Clemson Tigers. I don't know how in the world Clemson's getting minus 7.5. No, they're at home, and I believe Carolina hasn't won it since 2001, something like that. But they have the best player on the field, and that's Drake May. And it's been a disappointing season for North Carolina, as they should be a lot better in my eyes, and they should be going to the ACC championship game. But that it's probably not going to be the case unless some things has to happen. But Clemson's out of gas. They got a big win last week. I'm not favoring Dabo this week. I think Carolina's the better team, and I think they'll come out and win. And Clemson's not winning. So give me the Tar Heels. All right, couple more games left. Number 5, 10-0 Washington travels to Corvallis to take on the 11th ranked 8-2 Oregon State Beavers. Yes, that chainsaw will be rocking in the stadium. I know they got the stadium redone. It's going to be a night game. It's supposed to be raining. I'm Oregon State's favorite, -2. I'm taking the Beavers. Washington has been winning, but they've been struggling. I know they find ways to win, and good teams find ways to win. But that's tough. Almost lost to Arizona State at home. Didn't score a single offensive touchdown. Gave a 42 to USC in a shootout. Gave 28 points last week to Utah in the first half. Shut them on the second half. I'll give them credit. But I just don't think this Utah team is as good as their record is. I think they're starting to come down to earth. And I do believe Oregon is the best team in the Pac-12. So give me the Beavers in the upset fashion. Technically it's not an upset because they're technically favored. But the spot right now just is not good for Washington. If they prove me wrong, then I'll give them all the credit. But give me the Beavers. And all right, for the last game in my picks this week, number Florida Gators, sitting at 5 wins. Anyone win these next 2 games to get ball eligible. Billy Napier has been under a lot of pressure, but I believe it really will come next year. But they travel to Columbia, Missouri to take on number 9 Missouri Tigers. One of my favorite teams this year. That Eli Drinkwitz has turned this program around, finally built them up. They've been good. They haven't been talked about a lot. Brady Cook's been good. He struggled the last few weeks before last week. I said he was going to finally have a good game. He had a solid game in him, but Cody Schrader, the transfer from, I believe it was Division I AA, has been really good for them. Luther Bird has been phenomenal as well. Theo Weiss, they got some offensive firepower. I think they'll cruise and beat Florida, especially playing at home, and to possibly get 10 wins or put them at 9 wins this year and maybe get them to a New Year's Six bowl. We'll see. But the Missouri Tigers are having a great season. Shout out to Eli Drinkwitz. But that is my picks for the week, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Send me a like, man. Shout me out, man. I appreciate the love. Hey, it's your boy Adrian, and I'm out.